I'm Ethan Nagel, scout sniper and filmmaker. I've teamed up with combat veteran and founder of Project Leaflet, Chris Naganuma. We traveled to Izium to capture the stories of 3rd Assault Brigade's men on the front lines. This is Embed Actual.
If you have annoying neighbors, you can use this device.
Just crossed the river. We're gonna grab some coffee though before we hit the front line.
Heading back into the bunker for safety. Make sure we don't get hit with counter battery. Oh, there's one.
Freedom is the right of all sentient beings.
Broadcasting live from the basement of the Pentagon. This is W.T.F. Nation Radio.
I looked my woman in the eye sockets. I told her straight out. I just said it, man. I said it. I said, bitch, I'm the man of the house.
Yeah, you said bitch, though. You called your wife a bitch.
Yeah.
This is a public service announcement from C.T. Fletcher. I will not contribute to the pussification of a nation. Get your punk ass out there and work for it, motherfucker.
Let's roll.
It's the Monday edition, broadcasted live from the Functional Veterans Center of Excellence, deep within the basement of the Pentagon, maybe the Alamo, or maybe Area 51, somewhere maybe at Vandenberg Space Force Base, or the Stargate in Cheyenne Mountain. Well, wait, there's 2 Stargates. If you are a follower of the show, if you watch this show, there's 2 Stargates, one at Area 51 and one in Cheyenne Mountain. Yeah, never know. Welcome to Monday edition. Woo, what a busy news day. And it's only Monday. There's some stuff that happened over the weekend. And so, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. So there's no lists. No lists, nothing. Epstein didn't kill himself. There's no list for shit. We're not seeing nada. Nada. I don't know what's going on. I have no idea what's going on. I don't want to sound like Tally. Broadcasting on this 21 July 2025. Now, there are some lists that have been... yeah. Oh, that's a good idea. Real quick, I'm going to highlight that there has been a notable death, a celebrity death that was Malcolm Jamal Warner, dude, the guy who was on the Cosby Show. If you guys don't watch the Cosby Show, man, that freaking dude, that's a staple of American TV. That sucks. Apparently, he died of. Who is this guy? Okay, matter of fact, I knew it. Who is he? And I would have to explain to the youngs who this individual is. Let me see. See, there we go. Let me look at the So if you guys don't know, Malcolm Jamal Warner, he died when I guess he had, he drowned or something like that. So he had passed away. He dead. That sucks. At the age of 54 too, man. That's unfortunate, man. That blows. That really fucking blows. So rest in peace, man. And heart goes out to the family. That's just crazy. That is, yeah, the Cosby Show. Yeah, well, I had to break it down because individuals, Pip, do not know who the Cosby Show son is, other than the fact that Cosby's currently the butt of a bunch of memes right now and stuff like that. So yeah, dude, man, if y'all didn't growing up during that time during the Cosby Show and you didn't watch the Cosbys, man, everybody did. I mean, kind of like it was like a family thing to watch the Cosby Show, and then you'd have your dad go over, see, told you, see, so dad's what dads do, blah blah blah. So. But yeah, it's just, it sucks. I don't know what to fucking say, dude. Other than the fact that heart goes out to the family and, rest in peace, dude. So it just, I'm pretty sure there's going to be some more details coming up. It's pretty fucking tragic how this happened. So it's just like, man, always watch it. You can still watch reruns. Some TV, some cable channels as well. Yeah, Corey, for real, dude. He really did pass. So, yeah, so that's unfortunate. So that's out of the way. Oh, we already got some spice in the comments. Ooh, yeah, let me see. What's up, David? Yeah, definitely lost a good dude, man. So, hey, what's going on? Yep, turns out world bring it. Yeah, at the world turns, bring on the new conspiracies. Yes. JT says, so the service is throwing out transgenders. Who knew? Who actually grew a pair and raised their hands to serve voluntarily? Do you remember the days when people grew a pair to serve and everyone was proud? What? Everyone was proud they grew a pair? Pepperidge Farm. Yeah. Yeah, we brought that up as well. And me and Spanky talked about it at length on Sergeant's Time, I think a couple weeks back when the first that whole thing came out and how we said, doesn't fucking matter. I don't give a fuck who you are, what you do. If you could serve, raise your right hand next to me. Serve in the same foxhole, and you could serve, and you can continue to serve in the mission. Fuck yeah. Yup. Was more a fan of Family Matters. Yeah, it goes back and forth. But yeah, dude. So, yeah, let's just cut to the chase. Where's the fucking Epstein files, man? What's up with that? Where is it? Where's the? I want to know about Epstein. I don't want to hear about any of this stuff. Look, there's individuals that have been saying. It's funny because the left likes to say, "Oh no, you muggers don't want." No, or no, you don't. Now look, I really hate it. It's just like how the left likes to say that all Latinos here are illegal. Because that's what they say. Well, who's going to clean our trash? Who's going to pick our fields? Blah, blah, blah. Look, everybody fucking wants to know about Epstein. We don't give a fuck. Burn this shit down. Burn it all down. We want to know. Where is it at? We want to see them shits. Talking around it, dancing around it. It's sitting on a desk. I'm going to talk to district attorney and whoever to unseal the files. What are you, nuts? I thought you said it was on your desk. We clearly heard that. And I don't care whatever response fucking cell comes out that says, oh, you guys are just blowing this out. And then, of course, the left, oh, you don't want to do that because who's on the list? Well, man, release it. You guys don't realize the fucking the list that everybody's involved. That's why everybody wants to. I don't give a fuck who's on the list. Corey, you do bring a good point. They should omit the victims' names. If everyone was like saying if Trump would have been on there or yada yada yada, then what would have happened? The left would have released that, right? I'm gonna say this right now. I was talking to a left-leaning friend of mine who's no longer my friend. I should say they don't talk to me anymore. Anytime I bring up stuff like this, it's like if had you guys, and I'm talking the left, I'm knife handing. Ooh, did you see that? Just coming out like it was almost like a lightsaber, like instinctive. Had you left Trump alone, had you let him just ride off in the fucking sunset, ignored him, and not said shit, he probably wouldn't have been reelected. Because now that he's elected, now that he's in the seat, You know, everyone talking about you get what you deserve and also the shit, trying to make your Joker memes and all that. You know, there are two wolves in me and all that. You see those people like did that? Yeah. Yeah. That's what you get. That's what you get. You put him in office if you had just left him alone. If you're not gone after him, try to get a mugshot for that win that you thought was going to be good on your end, and it didn't. Now, shady fuckers are now saying this about Obama. Apparently, Obama's been involved in shady shit too. And look what happened now. Now, you guys want to use immunity and blah, 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 whatever. And everyone's riding on each other's dick, and it's getting fucking stupid. It really is. It's getting ridiculous. To where, like, people who are, like, apolitical, whatever, and just, like, watching all this shit roll, you just kind of get there and say, I hate both parties. Both parties suck. Both of you guys are trash. Extreme left, blue hairs, fucking MAGA cap wearing motherfuckers. Y'all just, I don't know. What was that, Imam? Ew. Brother, ew. What's that? What's that, brother? You posted cringe. Have you seen the AI shit that the White House, the DOD response has been posting? God. Woo, Lordy. Oh, let me fan myself with my AER propaganda. Woo, woo, woo. Let's go ahead and make sure you donate to Army Emergency Relief for supporting soldiers and their families since 1942. Check them out. I had to go through all my emails to get calendar dates out because we're gonna have them join us. We'd be honored if you join us. How come I'm not seeing this on where? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You sure? No, it's up. Hit me up. Yep, I see it all up. I don't know. Maybe refresh your browser, or your yeah. No, it looks like it's up. Yep. Refresh your browser. Yep, it's up on all the channels. Yep, there we go. So, I don't know. Dawn love ducking down porn stars. You know, that's what blows me away. Everyone was all chummy with them, hanging out with them. Everyone was just like, oh, what? Then all of a sudden he ran. Like I said, had you guys just left him the fuck alone and ignored him and let him run off into fucking sunset, and I'll say this again until I'm blue in the face, you probably wouldn't be in office right now. Probably would have had some blame ass fucking prude Republican that was going to be, you know, you can't do this, or, you know, we can't legalize weed. We can't do anything or use psychedelics for veterans. Oh, you guys are a bunch of weed snorters. You would have just left him alone. I think this wouldn't have been. I mean, I know of individuals that no longer speak to me that are literally seeking therapy over this shit. Look, it wasn't that bad, dude. You just fucking touch grass. Step away from the comms. Step away from the freaking interwebs. And I guarantee you'd have been. I mean, I look at him like, yeah, we fucking knew that. Yeah, exactly. It's all good. Two sides of the same coin. Yeah. Ooh. Uniparty. Ooh, yeah. See, people talking about the Uniparty stuff. Yup. I can't ask how don't ask how I know my source, reveal my source. Yeah. Dude, it's fucking stupid, man. It has gotten so dumb now that at any time someone says something about anything, immediately the Trump defenders come in, or immediately the fucking Obama defenders come in. What about? God, it's so fucking annoying. It's getting so funny to watch. The mental gymnastics of all this. And of course, the ICE raids. You know, it's kind of funny when I'm in the inbox, and everybody knows me as ICE, right? Before I went public, I was known as ICE. It was a name that was given to me. It's amazing the gall politicians saying crap like that. Meanwhile, you take their cash away and they're literally nothing. Yeah, exactly that. So before I went public, I went by the moniker ICE. You know, everybody knows the code names, nicknames are not, you know, you don't create your own. It's given to you, right? So the admins at US Army W.T.F Memos gave me that name ICE because of the, you know, the burner accounts, the accounts that I used to, it was, you know, they took a name of that, you know? And so it's funny when people come in there and go, hey, you guys see this thing about this combat veteran and all this other shit who got raided up in Camarillo, California? What do you think about that? And I'm like, oh, yeah, that's pretty fucked up. Maybe he shouldn't have been there. And then I end it with, everyone puts their call sign in the inbox. And I put ICE. Woo! Man! Who is ICE? Why are you answering? Why are you answering? Why are you answering like this? Who are you insulting me by saying you're ICE? No, that literally is the nickname that I've had in the inbox since I was a part of the WTF Moments team. But I'm glad you mentioned that. I'm glad you mentioned that. Now, apparently there was a kid that was rolled up who's a veteran. Now, we still haven't verified if he's a combat veteran, but he is that JT. I should claim that I am illegal to get that free plane ride. I can't. Yeah. Now I'll give a story about my lineage there. So anyways, this kid in Camarillo is a security guard for a weed grow farm that's obviously illegal that had some human traffickers, and everyone's talking about, these are the people that pick your lettuce. Well, first off, I'm glad you think of Latinos that way. And the security guard, who is a supposed combat veteran, was rolled up into this shit. We got this in the inbox. We got it from Oxnard 100% or Oxnard USA, Camarillo, and a bunch of immigration groups. And of course, me just answering, yeah, we saw that. That's fucked up. Love ICE. What are you getting ICE from? So look, it's the nickname that I've gotten, okay? And so I put, no, my name is Ken Ramos. Oh my God, you're raza. How could you say this? You're raza, Ken. Órale, man. Chingón, cabrón. ¿Por qué no estás diciendo nada? Porque blah, 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 blah. Oh, man. Woo, I get it all in the inbox. But if you get a tan, you're racist. Well, what happened if you got deported? Well, if I was deported to my lineage, you guys know I'm a first generation American, right? So of course, everyone's like, oh, of course. Oh, you're fucking, because you're blah, 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 blah. So yes, I'm a bleached out native looking person. Everybody else in my family, but me and my mother, look like Danny Trejo. I don't know. Like I said, I got that look. Where would you go? Where would you go? Well, I'd go back probably to where my family comes from, in the village in Mexico, right? And then what would I do? Probably get to the familia rancho and lease some property. Yeah, the plane would be diverted El Salvador. Yeah, the plane would. Yeah, exactly that. Lease it to the government. 30-year lease. U.S. SOCOM. 30-year lease. That's what I would do. And then I'd, fight my thing back and get my due process. Well, this kid did get his due process. Everyone's like, oh, he disappeared. Now, first off, let me explain to you the dynamics of a raid, okay? Even when I was growing up, when La Migra would come, if you ran, you got buzzed, you got rolled up. Even if you didn't run. I'm not trying to say that I was in areas that I should not have been or doing some stuff that were not conducive to good citizenship. But, once you got detained and once you got your due process, you were released. Well, this veteran that got rolled up, he was pulling a security guard duty at that fucking grow. Illegal grow. That had minors there. So what happened? He got his due process and he was released. So all the talk about, oh, this got due process. Hey, look. If you're here illegal, you're already criminal. I don't get it. I've had family members that have gone through the process, that have gone through, man, even some of my exes, former spouses, girlfriends, side pieces, and, wives, immigrants gone through processes, that every process that everyone has to go through. It costs money, right? That you have to wait your turn. Everyone who does it right and you're here legally, fucking A. Shout out, golf clap. I'm glad you all can participate and be part of this society that you assimilate to American. Well, there was a saying that somebody showed me one time, and I chuckled at the meme. Then, of course, because how come you're saying this? You're a Mexican. You should be supporting your race. Blah, blah, blah. I'm an American. You can't go. What was it? Somebody saying? What was the saying? I gotta remember the meme. But you have to go assimilate. You could be from any other country in the world, and you could be an American. You could be from another part of the world, and you go to another country. You can't say you're an American. You can't say you're part of it. I got to go through. The reason why I now run 4 miles under 28 minutes at age 50, I might be an American, but I'm not going to be detained. Why do you think I stay in shape? Why do you think I'm like, yeah. Why do you think I run? Why do you think I run with my kids so I can just use exactly. It's like throwing flares and chaff when a missile comes at you. Exactly. So, if legal immigrants can do it right and go through specific processes to get it, I don't see why anybody else, in this day and age, this is so fucking easy. I'm pretty sure you could have done it through the previous administration. And I'm pretty sure you could have done it through the last administrations. But you're going to go to, wow, damn, David, throwing some freaking real, Mexico to join Andy and Red. Dude, I don't tell where my family locale's at because then people start, there's already rumors and conspiracy theories of my familiar lineage that are a little bit too close to the reality. Maybe I should connect to my area. What was that? Yeah. Maybe I should connect to my area side because you guys know I do have some European roots. Again, bleached out native. Yeah. What were you doing there, dude? It's always funny when people pull the vet card out for everything. I get it. I think I said this before and it pissed off a lot of people in a previous podcast. Just because you're a veteran doesn't give you the right to be an asshole. Or doesn't give you a right to be going through some struggles and shit. Now, I guarantee it, you probably are dealing with some other stuff. Your whole idea once you leave the military is you go and you get through positive attributes from your service to contribute to society. To contribute. I would understand what it'd be like to win in a lottery, but if they deported a U.S. citizen, the lawsuit would be a payout bank. See, that's the thing. I'll take a settlement. Or I'll just contemplate my life while I'm down in Mexico, where I would possibly be deported. And say you guys want to do a land lease program with me, 30 years at so much a year, blah, 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 blah. I'll even build you guys a shoot house. Maybe a runway, a small runway and a helipad for you guys to train. How about that? Or safe house, team house. How about that? Wink, wink. We know an ancient tribe with blue eyes. They say, yeah, there's one. Do you have a veterans discount on the W.T.F? I just assumed that all sergeant majors were created at RB Lab. I'm saying, man, people got pissed off at me because I said this before. How could you turn back on the veteran community? Look, I'm not saying that you being a veteran doesn't mean that you raise your right hand and your service is appreciated, but like all the positive attributes of your service go into society to help better society, right? You don't become a fucking dick and start saying, yeah, because of this, fighting demons, blah, 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 and not seek help. That's one of the issues that we always have in the veteran community. We always attack each other about that shit. For some reason, accountability just seems to like float away when it comes to the veteran card. Why is that? I'm an asshole to women players at Rochester, New York. They called me Stolen Valor. I showed my retired ID card with me wearing an orange shirt, and they said that I did my time in federal. Shut up, princess. I don't know where you're going with that, JT, but okay. But as soon as you say that, veterans come out of the woodwork. Oh my God, you're shocking. You hate vets. You shit on vets. So if a U.S. citizen gets deported, it's 40 acres and a mule as payment? I don't know. Some people, like I said, some people might get deported just because they want to leave. Hey, fucking A. We got celebrities that are up and taking off, moving to Ireland and shit, already blaming fucking this administration for Stephen Colbert going off the air, which I think we've been longer. I think we've been on air longer than him, or we'll be on longer than him. But again, being a veteran does not excuse you from being a dick. Don't get me wrong. I appreciate your service. welcome to the jungle, brother. Now that you're a civilian, and we all help each other in coping and making sure you go out there and assimilate. But if you're caught in a fucking illegal grow as a security guard, and the cops don't know who the fuck you are, you can't just come out and say, veteran, oh, how dare you say that because of veterans, and he's a veteran. Well, what was he doing at a fucking illegal grow? If he's got no fucking connections to the organizations that hired him and legit was innocent about it, then guess what? Innocent until proven guilty. They released him. He was released. Leave Rosie alone. How'd you know I was talking about? Well, did I say that? Did I say her name? Did I say mention names? I thought I was talking about Ellen, but okay. I shit on a veteran once, but he has nicely. What's up, Leroy? If you're into those kinks, yeah, of course. But yeah, I got a lot of stuff. Oh, I got the. How could you do this as a veteran? Not talk about and share the story. I said, I want to talk about it during the podcast. How could you say this? Because they found out that I was Latino. How could you not support raza? Okay. Let's get some veteran criminal stats up there and say, do the individuals get that? There's a veteran court. Did you know that? In some states are veteran courts, which I do appreciate, which I'm glad that whatever. But when it comes down to like some of the stuff that happens, depends on what it was, depends on what the situation was. Yeah. I do have, there's nothing is cookie cutter, of course, before everyone starts fucking taking snippets of what I just said right now and posting it up on social media, post it on TikTok. Stitch incoming, Stitch coming, Stitch incoming.
Did you know this guy right here? He's fucking Latino and he's fucking shit talking his own race and he's talking about.
I can just guarantee. I've had my words twisted around before. Must have been Cav. Yeah, for real. At any rate. So, just to go back what I was saying, vet courts are hilarious. Well, see, that's the you ain't lying. Pip, I'm glad you brought up vet courts because some of the stuff, have you ever seen a recording of a vet court? Not you, but I'm just asking the general audience. Have you guys seen what a vet court looks like? And it's almost the E4 fucking excuses for what they did. Some of them are legit, like guys who have had meds changed because of the VA or blah, 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 and it's making them do some loopy shit. That I get. But there are some like E4 mafia fucking excuses for why they did something. And then, of course, because I have PTSD, and then they say, okay, well, do you have anything documented that says you have PTSD? That's why I always tell veterans, don't fucking self-diagnosed. Because if you do self-diagnose when it comes to PTSD, then all you're going to do is either possibly get fired from your job, unless you have something medical, if you don't announce it and you went to go seek help, which that's another thing too. See, again, it's all interconnected web. But to go back what I was saying about some vet courts, it's fucking fun. Some of them are legit. Like some are like, God damn, dude, the Army didn't let me fucking out. And I believe it because of the traffic that we see in the inbox. The Army didn't let me process out. The Army did not allow me to go through SFL TAP. And of course, you have big Sarge guys and of course, commanders out there who already got fucking degrees that say, you don't need that. Motherfucker, shut up. You don't tell nobody you don't fucking need something, especially when some of them aren't educated. Some of us veterans are not educated. I know I'm not. I'm an idiot. I ain't got nothing. Okay, got something at least. I else I would have served that this long time. I could see vets courts for Marines. The laws are in black and white, not the full spectrum of colors like Crayola. You can't handle the truth. Yeah, I'm just saying, man. So I've seen cases like that, like legit cases where, somebody who's that good in their organization that for some reason can't attend CSP, which Sergeant's time, we're going to talk about that. And leaders not allowing their soldiers to properly process out. Sorry, my Spanglish is getting in there. To process out in accordance to what a timeline is mandated by law. Did you know leaders right now do that already with fucking cover sheets on IPS-A? You can, hey, we have this handy dandy shit. Oh, you could go on leave. Really? fucking A. Let's do this. Yeah, you can do leave, blah, 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 blah. All right, bam, bam, bam. I could go on leave on this little app that I could do by myself and submit. All right, this is awesome. Big Sarge says, no, you got to have a cover sheet because you got to have to have permission for a fucking sergeant major or somebody who's not in the approval authority to say yes or no. And attach onto documents that onto this. So yeah, I believe it. When a veteran says, I didn't get the opportunity allotted to out-process or to go through my SFL tap. Again, for you guys, you officers that do this, that do not allow soldiers and have this excuse, they don't need to fucking go. The SFL tap is useless. Bitch, that's all we have. I've not seen anybody do any reform on any type of SFL tap change. Where's that advocacy there? Instead of going on fucking Fox News, blinking your eyes in Morse code, Chief of Staff of the Army. Didn't Timothy McVeigh wash out of Special Ops? Was a tanker? I think it was a Bradley guy. He was a Bradley guy, and he was not selected for Special Forces and assessment and selection. So yeah, I could see some of that stuff, but then all of a sudden, yeah, exactly. They can't. Right there, David. Right there, perfect on the head. They cannot process out right now. We need that MNT. And no shit, those excuses have been used on soldiers not able to get their fucking SFL tap. And of course, the leaders that say, you don't need SFL tap, it sucks, are the ones that are hoping that the Army doesn't crack down and let these soldiers go. Just like medical procedures, just like appointments, just like, have you noticed that it takes several months for a soldier to get seen for behavioral health? We've seen it. So then when a soldier goes down the bad path, yeah, I could see the vet court involved in that. But if all of a sudden you're a security guard working in an illegal grow that has unaccompanied minors and kids that are not supposed to be working there in that, and then all of a sudden you get rolled up, I don't want to hear the vet card at that point. You get your process done and all that. Again, for most individuals that I know that are Leos and are feds, that's a standard raid procedure. You guys, what was it? Was it that one in Killeen? There was in Killeen, Fort Stewart. What was the recent one? Colorado Springs, where all those soldiers got rolled up for working there. Well, some of them knew it was, but I guarantee it, we didn't hear the cases about the other soldiers, right? They probably got released. Y'all get leave? I lost 4 years of leave. You know what, JT? I wouldn't doubt it. In 2012, I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it at all. Yeah, I'm saying, that's what I'm saying, Corey. I really think that security guard had well intentions. I really do think that he was innocent in this, okay? I am giving the veteran the benefit of the doubt. But then to all of a sudden say he got raided up, blah, 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 because of the color of his skin, because he just happened to be Latino. Just stop. When a raid happens, everyone gets busted. It don't matter if you were innocent or not, if you knew or did not know of who you were working for. That's just what happens. I'm not saying, like I said, I'm not saying that I've had any incidents myself growing up. Wait, I'm out of the Army. Can I say that now? I got my family watching. Oh, you're not going to tell about what happened. Exactly. Hang on. Hi, Mom. Yeah. Yeah, it was Fort. Yeah, okay. Oh, it has a Fort Hood. Yeah, that was a raid. That was that one raid. So again, I don't want to hear all this. This because of the veteran, and then I trying to use my race, my own status, on why I should have sympathy for this. I'm not saying I don't. I'm just saying, well, let's see what the fuck plays out until people see my face. Then they say, "Oh, you're just pretending to be Mexican." Ever have lame dreams when it's like 2 steps lower than a nightmare, boring, unpleasant things you've experienced in the Army, not be able to go find one piece of winter piece? Oh, yeah. Or lots of pop. Yeah, I've done that. I've woken up going, shit, where did I put that? And then immediately you start searching. And then I go, shit, I'm retired. Why am I looking for that? I think I'm going to have a garage sale, though, with a bunch of some TA-50, because I got like about 5 Contigo cases, big old tough box, 5 of them, and then I have like 3 Pelican cases of stuff, just stuff that I don't normally wear. Bro vets have been smuggling dope for years, Mexican or American. Yeah, or even active duty at Fort Bragg if you're special forces. With that yayo, as the kids would like to say. I'm catching up to all the vernacular now that I'm out and hearing all the kids up saying, the rizzing up and all that. So it's been funny. Anyway, so let's go back to what I was saying. No lists. Nothing about Epstein. Why? I mean, we need to see them shits. Yeah. Oh, yeah. 50 duffel bags, man. Holy crap. I was just telling some friends that all the duffel bags that I got issued, I ended up taking. I was looking for some stuff and I found a bunch of fucking duffel bags. I'm like, dude, so I got a duffel bag filled with duffel bags. And so I feel like hanging out. I think me and Spanking can go hang out at the Fort Hood CIF and just sit there with in the truck, tailgate down. Hey, what do you got, man? Hey, what do you got? What do you have missing? When I did retire, retired out. I had so much stuff that I did was hanging out there and drinking some coffee, going up, see what other appointments that I had before I finaled out. And there were some kids there that are like, well, I could see that. I overhear them talking. I'm missing this. I'm missing that. Hey, I got that. Come here. And they oh, hey, thanks, man. I take it here. Take this. Take these set of gloves and all that stuff. And blah, blah, blah. I got issued like three pair of them. But yeah. So, anyways, lists, files. Let's see them. I'm gonna see them shits. I want to see them. Everyone likes to talk about. There has been a. Just saying, if the world thought I was pedo and I had the evidence to prove I wasn't, then I'd show that shit. Yeah. Well, this is what I'm saying. If Trump really was on the Epstein file, if he really was, then they would have posted it. But then again, like I said, he probably, I'm willing to bet there was probably other people. I bet you the people that are accusing Trump of being on the Epstein, Epstein Island and being on Epstein lists and blah, 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 were probably there with him. Go sit at the commissary? Yeah. So, the files, the other files that we're talking about, the MLK files. There's some big time tinfoil about Martin Luther King and all that. And there were a lot of people were really, really freaking going nuts about it and saying, that there was this, that was that. And, Insomniac says that I love that this is a bipartisan issue that both sides wanted to come. Yeah. But there's also, but I'm glad you said that too, Insomniac. Insomniac, I'm just saying right now, they want it to come out, but there's others that are just terrified that it might come out. So the MLK files that came out, some crazy ass conspiracy theories. I mean, you just watch a video, go down the rabbit hole about Martin Luther King, conspiracy files, CIA, FBI, how the FBI used a ton of shit. I mean, some of the conspiracy theories no one can actually pin down. But now, the flight list and the client list are two different things. Trump flew a few times from there, everything. And that's what I'm saying, Holly. That's what I'm saying. But there's some people that got dropped off, A lot of individuals were freaking out, saying that this not needed to be disrespectful to Martin Luther King. And I'll be honest with you, I want to know what the FBI and the CIA had on, what they quote what they had on him and what they were fucking doing. A civil rights icon like that, and the FBI was setting him up, fucking FBI doing some shit. I want to fucking know. How's a redneck get paper? Is this a joke? Is this like a how many whatever screws in a light bulb? Is that what we're talking about? So I saw on social media, yeah, dude flew to the island but didn't inhale. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. If it just so happens that it comes, but again, like I was telling you, Smoke Pit, I'm just saying, man, Sports Bar and Smoke Pit are in here. I guarantee it, man. The ones that are making the accusations that they don't want to talk about it are the ones that were probably with him. And I want to know everything. I'd want to know everything. So, yeah, exactly that, Corey. To go back on MLK, talking about calling him a communist, telling him that he was doing this and doing that. The narrative that he was out philandering, blah, 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 blah. I personally think that it was all FBI drama, trying to hem him up and trying to get busted. Again, Nobody's perfect. People are flawed, but I guarantee it. He was making a big push during the civil rights movement, and the icon of the entire movement, as a matter of fact, and or just one of them, I should say. And so I saw on social media, and I saw on all the interwebs, and saying that it was very disrespectful to release this. This should not be released against the family's wishes. Blah 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 blah. And then right before I came on the show. I was talking about, I talked to friends in group chats and stuff like that. And, Signal. Yes, Signal. I do. I would, a bunch of retired vets or retired friends or something like that. We all get in group chats, either on iMessenger or Signal chat or whatever, or Facebook Messenger, whatever. And we're on there shooting the shit and talking about it. And then I was like, well, fuck, dude. I was like, why is this going to be like the Epstein files now? What is it why are people saying now they didn't want the MLK files to be released? And someone says, well, someone probably disrespectful to their family, blah, blah, blah. And then in that conversation, right before I went on, this was sent to me. And this right here is Attorney General Pam Bondi saying that she spent some time with Dr. Alveda King today before the release of the MLK Jr. files. Her uncle, Martin Luther King Jr.'s dream still lives on today in our great nation. So I don't know where this narrative's coming from with the family. Yeah, see, exactly that. See, Holly talking about, because they're saying now that MLK or blah, blah, blah is gay. MLK is gay. See, that's what I'm saying. See, again, that's what I'm saying. Because of that fucking narrative out there, then now when the MLK files come out, nobody's going to believe the truth. Nobody's going to believe. And I'm talking about the truth of that the CIA and the FBI were telling MLK to discredit him for leading the civil rights movement. That's what my point is. The same thing every time we post something. Okay, I'm going to say this right now. At any time we do everything or anything we post on there, immediately someone says, that's fake, that's doctored, that's AI, that should have happened. You guys are full of shit. Photos of the week, for example. All those images that we get, we have soldiers sending it to us from their phone. Like, we literally like, hey, where's this from? Where's this at? Who's this? This is file 8 per sec. Contrary to the complainers and whiners. By the way, if you whine or complain at U.S. Army W.T.F moments, you are tagged as a whiner. And then we have that for reference because we love the feedback. And because James Earl Ray never did a thing. Ooh, that's spicy take. That's spicy. Did anybody see the files yet? Like I said, I right before we went on, I knew that the files were going to get released, or they have been released. I don't know. But someone accused us of AI. Now, someone photoshopped something, then sent it to us on Photos of the Week. Immediately, that image was removed because it wasn't authentic. And then we told that person, hey, fucker, you sent us a doctored image. You sent us this rifle has a blank firing adapter on it, and you fucking photoshopped it out. So it's gone. Don't do that again, or we will accept no more images from you. So we do tell. So yeah. So anything that comes out nowadays, anything that gets posted, everyone immediately says AI, unless you are the DoD response cell or response account, and you end up actually using AI. And I'm going to tell you what, that is the most boomer cringe thing you could ever do, is use AI. It shows that you lack talent. Don't get me wrong, I'm not talking about memes or something like that. But if you're a serious if you're representing someone serious, like the government is supposed to be serious. I used to laugh at people. Serious business for serious people. Well, serious people is for, what was they said about government? Government business is for serious people for serious business. Serious business by serious people. Whatever the fucking quote is. And I used to laugh about it, but it's like, yeah, okay. But after seeing this, matter of fact, let me just fucking show you guys. And you guys, I'm like, what the fuck is this? What cringe? What? Viceroy, get this cringe fucking thing out of my sight. I mean, I have worked in PSYOP for some time. It's been a minute, okay? I delve a little bit in the propaganda work and swim around it and all this other stuff. But this is the most Russian looking fucking Ivan ass 80s Ivan Drago Rocky IV looking poster I've ever seen. This could have been done without it. So much boomer shit that we're seeing out there that I'm thinking, oh man, the Trump administration, they're looking like they're fucking out. The adults are in charge. Can't wait to see what they're gonna fucking do. Let's see, blah, blah, blah. Hell yeah, let's see what changed. Let's shake this thing up. And here's an AI image. Bro, why? Somebody, if you post something like that and shit. Hey, look, from the previous administration and the previous Trump administration, we've always applied or laughed and said, hey, you know what? It'd be cool if W.T.F moments or something like that. When we found out there was a creator, fucking influencer program within the White House press pool, even we were asked, hey, did you guys apply? Did you guys? Hell yeah, we applied. Hell yeah, we applied. We applied to be part of it. With no intentions of ever posting any AI. Like I said, we're getting stupid on the AI shit to the point to where I just want to see real shit now. I want to see real images. What did I say about it? Oh, here, let me show you what I said about it. Here's what I posted underneath the account. And of course, all my Trump supporting friends are going to get pissed off and saying, Ken, you shouldn't shit post, blah, 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 blah. Now, everyone, even people who have voted, let me see, this is another one that I posted too. And here's my friend of mine, Terry Shepard. Look at ye, posting cringe. When you have Trump supporters and people on it, bro, did we have AI during the GWAT? No, man. You mean my t-shirts of Trump riding a T-Rex? Isn't it? Look, I get it. Memes, I'm totally, again, all about it. All about the fucking memes with AI. People have used me as an example for AI, and I found it quite hilarious. Again, as a meme, just joking around. Ha ha ha. That's funny. Yep, I got it. You're supposed to be terrifying our adversaries and providing the world with hope that we are the beacon that we say we are. At least that's why my family came here. From Mexico. Don't deport me. Your feed's going to get cut and you get deported immediately for posting that. For what? So again, a lot of individuals are saying, dude, what in the fuck are you doing? Someone said that we have the most talented individuals in the Department of Defense, all branches of the service, to include our newest one, the Space Force. We have so much talent. We also have some of the best creatives in the DOD, but instead comping out using fucking AI, I guarantee it there's a graphic illustrator out there or a ComCam specialist, visual information soldier, that's looking at that shit and like, what am I, a joke to you? Yeah, go watch Avatar again and imagine it's the news. Bro, shit. Like I said, I'm telling you, man. I've worked in the psyop propaganda stuff for a while, and I'm gonna tell you what that was like I said, immediately when I saw that picture, I saw that image. 6 months. Okay. So let's not. Well, we've been in laughingstock for the last 4 years. Ooh, damn, Mike. Okay. I would say, like, holy shit, I can't believe these guys are doing that. If you were talking about the last administration as well. That's my thing, too. About fucking. Did you guys hear about Hunter Biden losing his shit now, going off on everybody? Dude, what the fuck's going on? Yeah, exactly. What is going on with our time? It's all. It's because of Harambe. Blessed be Harambe. May you rest in peace. The CERN being activated. Yeah, that's a new one too. So yeah, dude. I definitely take it to like, hey, dude, I take it to heart that fucking we're using AI. This is what we're remanded to. Just stop. We have so much ammunition, so much content to shit on the previous administration. You don't need to use AI at all. The DoD response, of course, is not it's a break off. I don't want to say that it's kind of like the voice of the DoD, how we are the voice of WTF Moments, but I believe I've ranted enough. I think you guys want to go on a break? Or do you guys want more? What time is it right now? Yes. My DMs are blowing up. Oh, man. So, a lot of individuals that are wanting to the Army to be improved and stuff. What do I think about? What do I think about women service members in top positions being forced out? Are they being forced out, or are they meeting their mandatory times to move on to the next position? Because that's what I'm thinking. Okay, I get there. You go, Insomniac. I saw that one. More. Like there's specific positions that that leaders have to be sit in. They have to be in there for like 24 months. Some command positions are like 24 months or a year in specific situations. So they have to be in that position, right? And it's the timing of it. So if someone processes out, and you're talking about the Marine General that's going to be leading the Naval Academy. We're going to be talking about that on Sergeant's time. Are they being forced? See, that's what I'm saying. Now, also, if you're going to apply the template of how individuals were processed out and thrown out under the Biden administration, and now that process for people speaking out against the Trump administration, there is policies like Article 88, contemptuous words against contemptuous words against elected officials. So the metric has to be applied across the board fairly and evenly. Because if you don't, then it's going to look like, of course, because during the Biden administration, and we talk about the vax, right? Can we talk about the vax now without getting fucking deleted or something like that? I don't know. The vax as well. There are lessons that we have learned. Looking back, hindsight is 2020 like a motherfucker when it came to the vax, right? To include the lockdowns and whatever the bullshit the military doctrine was doing that. So people were speaking up then, right? And they got put out. The same thing that's happening in this administration. If you violate whatever, it goes back and forth to the fucking that level, that scale. Speaking up for what's right. You could speak up for what's right without violating Article 88. Here's why this policy I think should not happen, blah, 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 blah. And looked at it fairly. But when it came to the vax and talking about exemptions, and we've said this before, nobody would allow the vax exemptions to go forward because you were considered a sit soldier and you should be processed out of the military. You traitor, seditionist, insurrectionist. Even Zuck said that he's tired of Facebook. He needs to unfuck our shit because we got a lot of restrictions on our page. So again, going back to what happened with the with women being forced out, whatever, were they like openly shit talking the commander in chief? That's why I said before, all you had to do was leave them alone. All you had to do was just let them fucking ride out in the sunset, and we would not be in this position right here because everyone got fucking hammered with that fucking rhetoric of everything, and people were just fucking tired of it. To the point to where individuals that were moderately left or left went right because they were tired of the shit. 18 anthrax shots later from me. Yeah, exactly that, JT. I took the FDA waivered anthrax shots at A series, so I don't want to hear about a 2 COVID shot deal. Yeah, but when you talked about it, or if it was discussed, what happened? Immediately, seditionist, fucking insurrectionist, January 6th, blah, 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 blah. You need to get hemmed up. Article 15. People would try to dox you, would rat you out to your fucking commands, blah, 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 blah. And now those individuals that did that are now feeling the same. Again, at that scale, that pendulum. Zuck is tired of zucking. Okay, there. I think we hit the nail on the head. I think we've been beating the dead horse on that one. What was the other topic we were going to talk about? What was the other thing we were going to say? What was it we were going to talk about? What was the other thing? They didn't lean up or down, yeah. All right. We posted something on US Army WTF moments that I got everybody. I wonder how many soldiers passed after the vac. Exactly that. Matter of fact, me and Spanky did talk about that on Sergeant's time, and Cause talked about it as well, which was what got us our fucking ban, what got us our page restricted and you know, the page almost got destroyed because we were talking about that. It's almost like, how about this? I wonder how many soldiers passed after the vax. That question can go to as well. How many soldiers do we have in that we could say we have this record-breaking fucking enlisting? Soldiers signing up. We never get the baseline. How much of the Army is supposed to have active duty? The Marine Corps, blah, 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 right? And of course, adding to the standard attrition of ETSs and blah, blah, blah. Here's are the soldiers that we're going to be projected to lose over the next 3 to 4 years, right? Blah, 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 blah. Those numbers get added like that, right? Because USAREC does that. I just want to know, how come we don't ever fucking see the numbers? If you're so fucking proud, how many soldiers did we start at this FY and how many did we increase, of course, with the natural attrition of soldiers retiring, ETSing, you know, whatever, what have you, medical retirements and stuff like that. How come we never see those baseline numbers? So a good point. You bring up a good point, Holly. How many soldiers passed after the vax? Nobody wants to fucking come out with that either. How many vax exemptions, because we saw it in the inbox. How many vax exemptions were denied by the individuals that thought because you were having an exemption, you were a shitbag or whatever? It didn't fucking matter what it's almost like that whole fucking, yeah, exactly that. They're going to say HIPAA. You can have, see, that's another thing too, the New England Journal of Health. All these experts, right, that we were told to rely on for the vax, they should be able to provide that. Amir off the top rope, doing one leg tuck was hard. Amir, woo. Exactly that, Branko. I'm right there with you. I was more rhetorical when it came to that question. You don't see the numbers because numbers cannot lie. How many did have to get out due to heart conditions after that? And that's what I'm saying. I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you, Holly. How many were affected? I want to know too. And since we want to talk about the vax numbers here, I'm in conversation with somebody else who's going to have me on a podcast. We're going to talk about that. And once we, it's going to kind of like break the internet a little bit. And once we get on the podcast, we're going to talk about that too. Because remember at the time, statistically, everything was COVID related, right? You got in a car accident, died of COVID. You got now, you fucking, how many soldiers, that's what I'm saying, how many soldiers, how many commands learn how to do the paperwork to cool down after PTs, no cool down can lead to permanent. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But Holly brings up a good question. Of those soldiers, see, that's the thing too, of the soldiers that passed from unexplained, what is that, mitochondritis, I need to have the doctors come back on here to fucking do some stuff like that, to explain to us the medical shit. So again, I was dropped on my head as a baby, so I'm immune. Hey, I live in the barracks, bro. What are you talking about? That really made me immune. But that's a good question too. How many soldiers who had passed that the military said no, it wasn't because of that, because they were afraid to say it was because of the vax. You want to talk about speaking up? All right. Well, okay. I'm you guys are like derailing my thought process here. It was only going to be a real short. I was going to go on break and everything, but since you guys wanted me. Leroy, I died of COVID once, but I got better. Okay. So, we posted something on US Army WTF moments that I got everybody in a tizzy. And, I drank water from a hose as a kid. Yeah. We posted this. And people got mad. And all the actuallys came in the inbox. It was even demanded that we take this down. Remember what I was telling you about the whiner category that we have in the inbox? That happened. Any activity, concerted physical effort, just one more person's scoring, winning. This right here is for Task Force Mule Skinner. Written order restricting the TF, the task force, from participating in sports. All personnel assigned to Task Force Mule Skinner who are deployed to the Yukon AR are prohibited from participating in sports, defined as any activity that requires a concerted physical effort by one or more persons against or one or more persons against. Typically associated with scoring and winning is its goal. Of course, APFT or ACFT or AFT doesn't count, right? This includes both recreational and competitive sports. I retain the authority to grant this exception to the prohibition. Dude. So my biggest thing is this. I'm just kind of shocked. I'm just kind of surprised that we post videos at U.S. Army W.T.F moments of combative tournaments, of soldiers absolutely slapping the shit out of each other in sanctioned competition, of course. Or soldiers boxing. Fort Hood just had a boxing smoker. Fort Stewart had one. Fort Bragg has their stuff with their MMA and their combatives, their fight house. So how is it that, of course, somebody was in there actually, well, you know, it's reason why it's because of injuries and blah, blah, blah. Man. Why? Somebody pointed out in the comments that he just banned PT tests because of the definition that he provided. This one time at COVID camp, we smoked the bomb diggity yo. So this caused a lot of back and forth, And to be fair, the water and the hose wasn't full of estrogen back in the day. Okay. It was fluoride or something like that, right? That's why everyone, everyone talks about that tinfoil, about fluoride in the fucking water, but there was fluoride back in the day. It was heavily pushed that fluoride was, and actually a lot of states had fluoride in the water. So now, yeah, exactly that. The SecDef is seeing this post and now making the Air Force do a run for their PFT. Yeah, exactly that. I don't understand why. You're out there in that area. You can't do shit. You're told you can't do shit. Your PT sucks because you're either on shifts or whatever. And people were saying that we should not have posted this. We also got some complainers in there stating that we should not have posted this because we're a disruption to good order and discipline. We do not reflect Army values, is what we were told. We were told that we make fun of MPs too much. Yes, that was an actual quote. Lord have mercy. So somebody is like, say, well, you know, actually, this is a reduction and stuff like that. Look, man, how could you have Top Gun or Maverick, people playing football or volleyball on the beach? How can you have a pickup game or tournaments and stuff like that? Dude, you're in you're in Europe. People PCS there with their families. And until I see Ivan crossing Poland, because that's like the new Fulda Gap now, then okay, I can see that. MPs in the rear with the gear, you mean? No MPs, yeah. That one, we posted an image of an MP stuck in the grass mud trying to get out. So yeah, people got pretty upset about that. And you know what? Everyone's talking about it has to do something with readiness. They probably have a bunch of soldiers that were benched or probably could not, we're trying to prevent sports injuries. It didn't fucking matter anyways, right? Do you want us to show you the images of soldiers in crutches that go to ranges anyways? Do you want us to see images of soldiers that do PT with a fucking boot on? It doesn't fucking matter. They were Navy. You talking about the Top Gun reference? Yeah. Well, I mean, it was kind of a little bit of hyperbole there, or hyperbole. So again, that was, hey, look, man, Work hard, play hard. You know, idle hands, blah, 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 whatever sayings, euphemisms out there. I'm just... I really think maybe they should have a DOD response for what? For PT? Making the frogs gay? Alex Joja. Are we talking about the water again? Or the PT? The no sports and stuff like that. The Marines are being withdrawn from LA ice raids. They weren't there for LA ice raids. They were there to protect the federal buildings. You must be talking about the National Guard, right? It was the National Guards that were part of and assisting and providing security for said ice raids. I disrupted a good order and discipline for 20 years. My NCRs prove that. Constant threes. I cannot learn a fictitious word called tack. Oh no, it's all funny in tack. Well, don't worry about it. It's not a big deal because, I mean, if you're going to go after us for posting a memorandum of a bullshit fucking policy when it comes to fucking no sports for soldiers to do, meanwhile, you have your own fucking soldiers all over TikTok posting fucking stitches coming, blah, 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 blah. Lord have mercy. All right. So I went through a break. Oh, you want me to do the voice? Frogs.
The reason why the Army doesn't do sports during PT is because of frogs. Gay frogs with fluoride in the water.
Oh, man. All right, so did you see Recruiter Times? What happened with Recruiter Times? Let me see. Send me the link. Let's see. Sure. Oh wow, yeah, Recruiter Times, man, look at that. Ooh, Lord have mercy. You're the first one to go. Constitution traders. Oh wow. Let me just breaking news. Breaking news right now. This is out of Parker, Colorado. Would appear that a recruiting station got their non-tactical vehicles, their GOVs. Constitution traders, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. But in W's voice,
that's why you guys suck. Frogs making you gay. Because you don't do sports. You don't do sports.
Wow. Look at that. They're the no king stuff here. Spray painting all this shit. They needed to shoot some. They needed to shoot some of them clouds with testosterone. Woo, Holly. That's an interesting title for a adult erotica type of project. Clouds with testosterone. Testosterone clouds. Oh man. So yeah, okay. So yeah, thanks. Shout out to. I guess we'll more likely be sharing that from. It looks like white liberal work. Let me see. All right. So the last thing we let me see. Let me double check to make sure it was not posted elsewhere. And look, because it was a pretty funny. It was pretty funny. Pretty funny to watch. There was a video that was posted by the U.S. Army. U.S. Army posted a video about drones. It said drones. Hey, did you see the? Did you know that the Army could drop a grenade? Now, I will say this: in the PSYOP Regiment, in Special Operations, and other organizations in the 82nd, 18th Airborne Corps, there are some outstanding young leaders and outstanding young soldiers that are working. They're doing the Lord's work with drones. Now, y'all know, bitches love drones. I'm a drone aficionado myself, and have worked a little bit in the community of the drone world. Spoken with some, I've had little, meetings and sessions and spoke about drone stuff and all that. And you kind of notice something that when the Army posts something like that after a few years of war in Ukraine, you kind of wonder, like, is this a flex? Is this whatever, don't give them any ideas. What are you talking about? Anyways, they deleted a post. They deleted a post about drones. Owner of the company suggested it. I'm just repeating to someone official than I did. Okay. All right, I just wonder about all this drone talk right here. I've yet to have them drop me extra snacks with their drones yet so far. Well, we posted on U.S. Army W.T.F Memos for quite some times about the application of drones. Like one of them delivered a monster to somebody else in their tests. My reaction, of course, I posted. This is my reaction here. Let me. This was my reaction. This is from my own social media account, by the way, my personal one on Twitter as the Grand Admiral Propaganda. So this is what I posted on the Army's response. And this is what happened. They deleted it. I could have sworn in the previous administration you couldn't delete shit. Army policy, yada yada. DODI. Army regulation. We don't even delete posts, but they deleted it about the drone stuff. See, did they clown anybody else? Let's see. Where's the airdrop drone? That's what I'm saying. Let me see. I'm trying to find out where it was at. Yeah, anyways, yeah, that's my response to it. Look, it's okay. If a post goes through, just let it go. Just let the post go. USASOC posted something as well. They posted something about drone stuff or some other shit, you know, like kind of like Ghost Army. But you guys know that if you follow me on social media at the IO guy at the Grand Admiral Propaganda on Twitter, I had already posted some stuff that was happening within the USASOC community. Did they delete their shit? Nope, they left it open. The space cyber soft triad that USASOC is trying to push out. You look at this right here. See all that stuff right there? Yeah. Look at that ham radio. Oh, that's an old school ham radio. Oh, there's some stuff right there. They're talking about a capability where drones and look at that ghost. You see the zip zap? Let me see. Let me show you the zip zap. Let me show you the zip zap again. Let me see. Let's see. Oh, let me see. Oh, look, see the ghost. Zip zap. See that? See the zip zap. Some say, and I don't want to take credit for this, but I'm like, okay, if you think so. Some say the reason why. Look at the ghost. Oh, look at the ghost. Zip zap. Even I ain't got people saying there's a QAnon thing. Look at that. Look at that. Oh man, everyone's trying to. Oh man, people are really reaching with this one. Oh, let me show you. In that video right there, it goes up through and goes at the end. Let's see. Soft cyber triad, blah, blah, blah. And it's got the scrambling of the letters, right? Like that. Some people are trying to say that this is like a QAnon thing. And I'm like, what? What are you talking about? Oh, let's see. This was a demonstration that was supposed to have been shown to the president, but the PSYOP regiment did not have the opportunity to do it because feelings got hurt. There you go. Somebody's trying to do the QAnon stuff right there. Do that. I don't know if somebody's like faking some funk on this shit, but look at that. Look at that. All I heard was kind of kooky, kind of spooky. Now, I was a spoiler. I spoiled the alert. I spoiled it because there was an opportunity where the PSYOP kids were going to be able to show something with drones, and they were not allowed to do it because of feelings. And we're told, don't fucking show the president this because I guess people are afraid. I don't know if you guys have heard about this new war coming, information warfare. That's going to take different tribes of the special operations community that people are pretty upset. They feel like you're taking their toys away. What am I talking about? Okay, I'm sorry. Somebody said I was PSYOP rambling. Okay, you got me. Okay, let me show you this. Let me show you what I was talking about. And then you'll see. I'm highlighting you guys. Fuck it. I wasn't gonna do this, but now I'm gonna do it. Fuck it. Highlight the kids. Because I'm proud of the kids, the troops. Also, shout out to Gainey Company at the 82nd Airborne. Give my regards to the crew out there. They're getting it done. So I'm going to go ahead and kill the music because I'm gonna fuck it. I'm gonna break it right now. I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna spoil what Yusasaka's doing this hiding stuff like that. Not the toys. Yes, sir. Breaking out the toys, Baconator. Zip zap. So the PSYOP kids were supposed to provide a demonstration to the President of the United States. And we're told to shut up, go color, blah, 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 blah. I'm paraphrasing, of course. And look what you see here. What's that? That's a drone dropping some leaflets, right? No big deal. Drone thread. I posted this open on social media at the IO guy. Grand Admiral Propaganda. And here's another one here. Shoot it up. On the spot, leaflet drops. Right? I was able to see also. Yeah, gotcha. There we go. So you can see there was a radar that they set up for some of the drones too. I'm busted. Fuck it. I'm gonna bust it out. I don't give a shit. All PSYWAR or information for that matter. Yep, exactly that. Information overload. So here's a little thing right here. It's a sonic radar, but it's used as a navigation tool for a UGV. So you can see it scanning to identify, stuff like that. And then, of course, a simple design. The ghosts have been in the testing different methods and rapid dissemination platforms. I guess I'm yeah. You're ruining their Black Panther party. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. Fuck it. The PSYOP kids have been abused. They've been abused. So I think it's time somebody needs to fucking stand up and say that you should not be doing this. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now they're talking about, hey, push button to drop leaflets. If those leaflets don't have porn or how to surrender North Korea, I don't know. So check this out. Look at this glider shit, right? Somebody talked about Commando Solo, which is basically a flying radio platform, blah, 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 blah. Well, I'm going to show you right here. This right here is a spoofer. Flies along with a little fucking litter bug. You see all those little zip-zap coins right there to the right? It spoofs fake drones to make it look like there's more drones coming for a drone swarm. And then, bam. See that right there? That was part of that video that you saw from Yusasaka that was being all sneaky. And this is right here is the ham radio that was used in the past by the OSS Detachment 101 and how they used it to fight in contested environments. And yeah, look at that. Ooh, zip zap. Look at that shit right there. So if you can see my thread on at the IO guy or the Grand Admiral Propaganda on X, and you can see all this stuff. So basically, you'll be able to send signals out from a UAV or a drone, and yeah, send messages. So that's what it was. So that was during my visit when I was out and about, and of course, everyone seems to think that they can fucking do it. Exactly that, Corey. Exactly. Drone swarm from Call of Duty 2 confirmed. Exactly that. Insomniac. There's just some things that have been working and of course, this is all off the shelf stuff. But yeah, I'll say it right now. iWar is good. iWar is good. And for those individuals that are a bunch of haters that don't want to go to it, hey man, you can innovate or die. Evolve or die. Then again, really shout out to the PSYOP kids out there over in Camp McCall as well. Also, the OSD, and then of course Gainey Company out of the 82nd. So there you go. There's my spiel and a little bit of rant there when it comes to the drones. Where did this come from? Oh, it came from the Rangers highlighted something. Oh, the Rangers got to do their stuff. Rangers got to highlight their little shit. Got to do their little live fire. Hell yeah, look at that. That's some badass shit. Look at them chucks. Doing their stuff. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So that's some of the stuff that the Rangers were doing. And you'll notice in the video, I think almost towards the end, but look at that. Get some. Boom, right there. right? So the Rangers got their video, right? Then when it comes to fucking PSYOP, or when it comes to the information operations realm, nope. Bunch of fucking gatekeepers behind it. So, yeah. I hope the Secretary of Defense sees this and understands how much of a gap we have in the information operations field, and there are gatekeepers out there that do not want PSYOP to go forward. Sorry, I didn't mean to make this a Sergeant's Time rant. So, anyways. What else we got going on? We got to get that microwave working. Wait, which part? This is the Monday edition. I'm back catching up to all my emails. So if you've asked to come on the podcast or whatever, let me catch up. I was just telling CQ I had 250 some odd emails that I had to go through. A bunch of information to go through. So once that happens, then I'll be able to get it to you. What do y'all think of the what you Husets? You notice we had something going on last night? We had the smoke pit. You notice we're doing different realms with the show? It was running a little late. We had good feedback. Individuals said that it's a good show to have when we're doing late. Like some people are working on shift or whatever. Came on, what was it? I think at 11 Eastern Standard Time. Tuesday, Michael Cataskio. The crew's getting ready to head out to San Diego Comic-Con. Mad Mike, Angry Elf, part of the Angry Staff. And again, Smoke Pit, you guys saw that. Sergeant's Time, myself, and Spanky on Thursdays. FTX and Weekend. Did you see the Weekend Co-ops? Nemo's crushing it. So, hell yeah. Make sure you share, like, and follow. We're broadcasted live on 5 different platforms, 2 YouTube pages, 2 Facebook pages, at U.S. Army W.T.F. Moments and W.T.F. Nation Radio on the YouTubes and Facebooks. And then, of course, at W.T.F. Nation Radio on X. Are you gonna disappear for OpSex? Are you gonna disappear for revealing this information? Nope. I plan on blabbing. I'll keep blabbing. So, CQ's taking over pop culture while they're I don't know, man. You never know. We'll see what happens. So, yeah. I wish. All right. Is that it? Anybody guys got anything for me? Like I said, you can hit contact at WTFNationRadio.com to if you want to get booked on a podcast. You hit us in the inbox for all your WTFs at U.S. Army WTF Moments. Somebody asked about the inbox in the Twitter. We rarely look at that. Basically, what we do is we use the Facebook inbox to kind of like on Instagram and Facebook and X. So you're more than likely going to get a better response if you hit us in the inbox at U.S. Army WTF Moments on Facebook for all your WTFs, questions, complaints, crying. You need to take this post down, blah, 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 blah. Oh, CQ. Oh, ICE doing pop culture. Oh, got you. I'm doing pop culture? Am I going to do pop culture? I don't know. I do like pop culture. Did you guys see that? Did you guys see that trailer for the new Predator movie? Woo, man. Yeah. Can't wait. Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. We need U.S. Armed Forces Radio as a... No, we don't. No, we don't. So, Predator Badlands. You guys see the trailer for that? I'm sure CQ is going to talk about it. I can't wait to see that. I'm a big fan of the Predator genre. And looking forward to it. I think that's it. You guys don't have anything for me. I'm looking at the comments. All right, well, make sure y'all have a good night. And shots.
Hey, this is SEAC retired John Wayne Troxel. You're listening to WTF Nation Radio, the station of choice for all of the badass MFers on the planet.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Driving us insane. ATF zero dark 30, no time to complain. Push-ups in the mud, feel the muscle strain. Army life is a wild ride. WTF moments can't hide. Through the fire we survive, in the ranks we thrive. It's WTF moments in the Army desert, sandstones in our eyes. Memories for breakfast, no room for lies. Rocket watches through the night under starless skies. Brothers and sisters, we rise. Army life, it's a wild ride. W.T.F. moments can't hide. Through the fire we survive. In the ranks we thrive. It's W.T.F. moments in the army's grind. Through the blood and sweat we find our kind. In the chaos, in the fire we stand aligned. Warriors forged in the battle's bind. Drill sergeant's fury echoing in the air. Discipline and duty we all must bear. Battle bodies by our side in the fight we share. In the face of danger we dare. Army life, it's a wild ride. W.T.F. moments can't hide. Through the fire we survive. In the ranks we thrive. It's W.T.F. moments in the army's grind. Through the blood and sweat we find our kind. In the chaos, in the fire we stand aligned. Warriors forged in the battle's bind. Zones and firefights, adrenaline's rush. Silent nights, broken by the enemy's hush. Medics on the move in the heat of the crush. In the heart of battle we trust. It's W.T.F. moments in the army's grind. Through the blood and sweat we find out our kind. In the chaos, in the fire we stand aligned. Warriors forged in the battle. Army life, it's a wild ride. W.T.F. moments can't hide. Through the fire we survive. In the ranks we thrive. Memories in our mind. Brothers lost but never left behind. Army W.T.F. moments in the stories we find. In the army's embrace, we're forever entwined. It's W.T.F. moments in the army's grind. Through the blood and sweat we find our kind. In the chaos, in the fire we stand aligned. Warriors forged in the battle's bind. Through the smoke and the flames we rise again. In the heart of the storm we find our sin. Battle buddies by our side, our men. In the army's legacy we transcend.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
Сьогодні ти знову написала, що тобі страшно. І я знову попрошу. Ні, сьогодні я накажу відставити боятись. Погладь за мене Бармалея і спокійно лягай спати. До речі, як там у Русі в школі? Скажи тату берегти серце і обійняти маму. І взагалі, давайте усміхатися. Ваші силі краса. Допомагайте один одному і виручайте. Цілуйте любимих. Святкуйте свою свободу. Ви за нашими спинами. Ось такі теж надійні, не ховаєтеся, прикриваєте нас із тилу. Зробіть так, щоб ми пишалися вами. І ми повернемось. Повернемось і будемо жити.